So
Curious. Have you watched Endgame?
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
There's closure after 10 years, right?
Oh, I like your answer. I like
That's
your
closure.
answer.
That's
Very good
closure.
answer.
There's closure to how many is it? 19.
22 at that point.
So
Was
there's
it 10 years or
10 years.
10 years.
there's a few loose ones not properly closed, but I guess to the whole MCU there's a proper closure. That okay, done. Let's move on with this. It's something new now.
Coming from a non-comic book guy, you know,
Good answer.
yeah, to say that, I like that. I like that.
Because the comics, I believe it spirals out many
Yeah,
dimensions and worlds, right, within
Yeah.
the universe. So the MCU, it's more of this one linear timeline that you're following, these few characters.
Exactly. They can't afford to be going.
Yeah, then they just came back and okay, let's
But
close
I like,
everybody.
but you know they did select the multiverse, right? So they gives them like a little exit
They did lah,
clause
yeah.
if they want to
If
use
they want to
that.
reset.
That was a red herring. That was a red herring there, and then Spider-Man closed it.
Okay, let's not go. Let's not go into this. This can take the whole
Potentially
hour.
for the next generation, lah. At least for the millennials, right?
Yeah, I think that's what they're catering for already, lah. I think they've served their purpose of satisfying all the fanboys
Yep.
throughout the 10 years.
Now they can do whatever they want after that.
Now it's more
Open
satisfying
to them to
the
do
new,
whatever they
new
want.
viewers.
Because you had the generation with the comic followers,
Yep.
brought it to life, closed it for you, and then the millennials now did not go through the comic stage.
They have no idea.
Went through straight the MCU, and then now it's the
Whatever next lah. Whatever next.
XCU,
Yeah.
whatever.
Actually, he brought up interesting point. Again, going back to the video you shared with me, you know, you have like people like Jim Lee. Now I know to mention
Oh, Jim Lee.
and stuff like that. At their height, they were selling like each issue 8 million. The question right now: does millennial even buy comics?
No, that's why you see all the comics that
Comics
we tried
are-
all
So
the
it's,
value
yeah.
is no
so it's
longer
basically
it's no longer
just
valuable.
it's just basically collectibles right now.
It's a dying trend, like.
See, like today, right? I
comics.
think the first Superman action comic is like maybe I don't know a few 100,000, for example, right? Say 30, 40 years down the road, people who would appreciate those comics be dead,
Yeah.
right? So even if you have a mint issue one of action,
Doesn't mean
comics,
anything,
Doesn't
yeah,
mean
doesn't
anything
So
to
that
the
means
next gen.
for Marvel, DC, and all this, it's just basically a transition into different
They
mediums.
will
right?
probably get all the first original DVD or Blu-ray of
No lah, millennials
Whatever,
will just buy online.
digital is
that
gonna
lah.
be
It's all digital lah. Same like Spotify lah, killed the whole CD business, right? So yeah, comics is going to be all digital lah, moving forward.
So
But it was a
it's
good show.
thing.
Again, I have to say, damn good show.
What Endgame?
Yeah, the Image Comics,
Oh,
the sci-fi thing.
I told him to watch this YouTube documentary on how Image Comics was born
Oh, okay.
and how it changed comics for until today, lah, basically.
the way they drew the characters and the way they
Not only drew the rights,
storyline.
rights
Yeah.
to
All
the
they
characters.
came from Marvel, right? Or
Yeah,
the
most of
Marvel?
them came from Marvel because they didn't have any creative licensing.
Yep, yep.